Welcome back to Beyond Black. Question: have you ever truly studied Galatians 3 verse 28 and challenged the simple religious narrative we've been given? Does this text erase identity? Let's find out through a biblical examination of Yashra'al, prophecy, and unity in Messiah. Today, Beyond Black is tackling a question that has shaped much of modern Christian theology. Does this verse mean that identity, specifically Hebrew, Yashra'al identity, no longer matters? The verse says, "There is neither Yehudi nor Greek, for ye are all one in Yahushua Mashiach." Many interpret this to mean ethnic identity is abolished. Yashra'al no longer has a distinct prophetic role. All distinctions are erased completely. But when we examine the full testimony of Scripture, especially the prophecies concerning the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, a different picture emerges. The promises were never canceled. The Bible repeatedly declares that Yashra'al would be scattered and then regathered in the last days. Isaiah speaks of a second regathering from the nations. Jeremiah describes a future exodus greater than Egypt. Ezekiel prophesies a physical return and purification of Yashra'al. Deuteronomy 30 promises restoration after scattering. These prophecies are future-oriented and physical, not just spiritual metaphors. If identity were erased, who exactly is being regathered? Who are the 12 tribes referenced repeatedly? The Most High made covenant promises to a specific people, and Scripture consistently affirms those promises remain intact. The kingdom still includes tribal structure. Consider the words of the Messiah himself. In Matthew 19:28, he states that the disciples will sit on 12 thrones judging the 12 tribes of Yashra'al. And in Luke 22:28-30, he states, they are appointed a kingdom and will judge the 12 tribes. This is future kingdom language. After resurrection, after restoration. Ask yourself, if identity no longer exists, why are there still 12 tribes? Why assign judgment over tribes that supposedly dissolved? This clearly shows identity is not erased, it is preserved and recognized in the kingdom. Then what does this passage actually mean? The key question is knowing what problem Paul is addressing. Paul is not discussing the erasure of nations, the cancellation of prophecy, the elimination of lineage. He is addressing access to salvation and covenant participation. In the same chapter, Paul explains, those in Messiah become heirs according to the promise. Faith removes barriers to entering covenant, not identity itself. Think about it this way, neither male nor female. Does that mean gender no longer exists? No. Neither bond nor free. Does that mean social roles instantly vanished? No. So, likewise, what neither Yehudi nor Greek means is there is equal standing in Messiah, not the destruction of identity. Unity does not mean uniformity. Scripture consistently shows that Yah values order, structure, and distinction. Unity is about oneness of purpose, not sameness of identity. Even in prophecy, nations still exist, tribes still exist, roles still exist. Revelation itself speaks of nations walking in the light, gates named after the 12 tribes. So, unity in Messiah means no one is excluded from salvation, justification, through sanctification. All can become part of the covenant, but it does not mean Yah abandons his promises to Yashra'al. Why this matters? Understanding this correctly is critical. If identity is erased, prophecy becomes symbolic and unreliable. Yah's covenant promises appear broken. The narrative of Scripture loses continuity. But if identity remains, Yah's faithfulness is confirmed. Prophecy retains its literal meaning. The restoration of Yashra'al becomes central to the end times. Ultimately, this is about trusting the consistency of Yahuwah's word. Galatians 3:28 is not about erasing identity. It's about removing barriers to becoming one under the Messiah, while Yah's covenant structure and promises remain intact. So, the next time you hear that, there is no more Yehudi or Greek, ask, Does that align with the prophets? Does that align with the words of the Messiah? Does that align with the kingdom to come? Scripture from beginning to end tells a consistent story. Unity in Messiah does not cancel identity, it fulfills purpose. The church, universal or otherwise, does not replace us, Yah's chosen. When the Catholic Church asserts fulfillment theology, which is Yahushua Mashiach is the new, third, and final temple. The one true Holy Apostolic Catholic Church is the New Jerusalem. The laity is the new Yashra'al, assuming their role as Yah's covenanted. No more bloodlines, no more stone temples, no more land of Yashra'al. And when the Christian Church, in part or whole, asserts replacement theology, which claims that the Church has replaced Yashra'al in Yah's plan, becoming spiritual Yashra'al, and are now the true children of Yah according to the promise, not based on physical descent from Yashra'al, but through faith in Yahushua Mashiach. These beliefs oppose truth and dismiss the true bloodline covenant people as obsolete. Both their theologies are wrong, woefully incorrect, and deceptively unscriptural. To the true physical bloodline descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, alive today, scattered to the four corners of the earth, identified by the curses of Deuteronomy 28 and Leviticus 26, if you're in doubt or uncertain of your true identity, this should help. Why is it that every other nationality can clearly identify themselves, but you, the so-called Negroes, blacks, and African Americans, have no distinct identity? Here's why going beyond black matters to you. There are 54 countries in Africa. Which one is your home? What language did you speak? What clothing did you wear? What was your culture? If you can't answer these questions, here's why. Jeremiah 17:4 informs us that the Most High prophesied that his people would be disconnected from their heritage, meaning for a time we would not know our identity and who we are as a people. Because of our breaking the covenant with YAHUAH, we brought the penalties written therein upon us, and blindness is one of them. Praise Yah, our condition is only temporary. As you examine this truth with a sincere heart, asking the Eternal to guide you, it will expose, not only is there deception in the modern-day teachings of Galatians 3:28, the nullifying of our identity, but you will also discover that there are many erroneous teachings concerning the last days and end-time prophecies. YAHUAH must fulfill his promises, oaths, and covenants that he made with a bloodline physical people, and you are that people. We know who we are, sons and daughters of YAHUAH. Praise Yah. We know who we are. Our identity no longer hidden. Our identity is revealed in the pages of Scripture, soon to manifest for all the world to know. You are Yah's chosen. This truth takes you beyond black and restores you to covenant. All praise to the Most High, YAHUAH. We hope this helps you in your pursuit of truth. As Messiah said, you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. When we embrace Yah's truth, we are made free indeed. Your identity as a Yahudi, the covenant people of the inspired sacred writings, is just as sure now as it was then, at the foot of Mount Sinai. Yah has not forgotten you. He knows you by name. In truth, in biblical context, Galatians 3:28 validates your eternal identity. It's up to you to embrace it. Yah's promise to us stands. Until next time, like, share, and subscribe. It is our delight to walk this path with you beyond black. Be sure to watch our other thought-provoking videos. See you soon.